Okay, I just want to show that you can do drums quite well on the Typhon by Dreadbox. I've got a real basic sequence just to show what it can do. I've got a kick and a snare on the same patch just to make it more difficult for myself. Ideally, it'd be easier just to design your own kick drum on a separate patch and then design your own snare sound on its own patch. But I've just sort of shown it is possible to do both. And what I've done is I've used step sequences to do different things depending what drum I want to happen, and I'm modulating all the different things. So let's just hear it first. So say first modulator, I've got a envelope. There's an extra envelope on top of the filter and the amp envelope. Your amp and amp. There, that's what I need to press. So I've already got them set. These tweak them shorter and faster. So this is an extra envelope, which I've got one. So it's an ADS, I suppose, or the decay and the release have got the same number. But I found you only can have one. Any longer than that, and this is set on the, let's see, on the pitch of CV1, which is oscillator 1. Because ignore this dial, it's actually set there. So for the kick, I'm just using a square wave on oscillator 1. So I'm only doing the pitch on that. The snare is mostly set on this, so it's snare is on 5. So you can see the things I've changed on the snare. The wave I've changed, so that's bringing in other waves. I'm moving the wave dial to hit more waves than just the square. Cut off on opening up more. VCA I'm cutting down, so compared to the kick, I'm cutting the ringing down really quickly. You can hear the change in that. So it's not ringing as much. You can hear the difference in the wave. VCA. FM amount just adds a little bit more grit. subtle. Effects 2, that's on. I've got that set on ensemble. I find that just changes the sound for the better for a snare. It takes the body out of it, takes the zappiness out of it a little bit. But back to the ADSR, that envelope, I wish they could get snappier, but I can't get any smaller than 1. And if I go up just to 2, you hear it on the kick, you'll hear too much sort of zap. So I don't like that sort of zip sort of sound. So that's the CV VCA 100 effects 1. What am I doing there? I don't know if that's meant to be there actually. So a bit more frequency modulation again. That just adds a little bit more, because it's all set to that sharp envelope. Whatever I turn up here is only going to happen for that split second at the start. Because there's no noise, you have to use things like FM or the effect of distortion. So again, it's quite subtle, but it just adds a little punch to the start. That shouldn't be there. So I could add, I thought I had a bit of distortion on there. So that. So adding that bit of distortion onto this envelope, because they're all, you can have them all at the same time, which is the cool thing. So on the start hit of your drum sound, you can, on the attack, you can set all different sort of things. So that sounds good with that distortion coming in. See the ensemble doesn't work well with the kick. So this is back to the snare. We've got any distortion on that. Yeah, so I've got distortion on the snare as well. So yeah, drum sounds are possible even without having a noise element to it. You can sort of do different things to get that kind of noise by using one of the many distortions. So you've got all different flavors of distortion. But yeah, like I say, I would normally just do a kick on its own or a snare sound on its own. It's because it's much easier than trying to do different steps and different things all set to different steps. But like I say, just wanted to show it is possible. So yeah, that's drums on a Dreadbox Typhon.